What's good, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Andre Dior, the king of all of the madness, and if this is your first time ever seeing my face, go ahead and subscribe right now because it's free and join my gang, Andre Army, because we'd really love to have you. So basically it's going to be a no makeup, natural, everyday kind of quick on the run look. So if you want to see me transform and show you guys how I achieve that, then keep on watching. So for step one, I'm going to brush up my real eyebrows, and I am going to be using the Anastasia number 12, I guess, eyebrow brush. Got my eyebrows. Excuse my eyebrows because I need to get them done, and they haven't been done in such a long time. So right now, what I'm going to do is like that, just a basic line. The next step I'm gonna do is another line under my real eyebrow. Right now we're creating our shape and we're creating our arch. Second step is do the same thing on the top. So what I'm gonna do is so look, we just created our brow. Second side now, I mean the left side. I'm sorry, I'm checking my monitor to see if I'm in frame, which I am. See, right now it's not perfect, but that's what concealer is for. I don't like my eyebrows that thick, but that's our shape. So right now I'm going to go in with the Kat Von D Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Walnut. It's like a dark brown, but not black eyebrow pomade. It's 24 hours and it's waterproof. And I'm also going to go in with the Sephora Pro Eyebrow Precision Brow Brush in the number 20. It has a spoolie at one end and it also has an angle brush on one side. Dip a little bit of the pomade, my brush inside the eyebrow pomade, just a little bit, not too much. And what I'm going to do right now is start in the middle, not the front, and I'm going to lightly, like as if like I'm painting, but very lightly fill it in with the eyebrow pomade. You can always dip back in your jar for more. Lightly. I don't want my eyebrows to come out too thick, but even if we do, we have concealer. Very lightly. Now very lightly I'm gonna fill in my eyebrow. Very, very lightly. It's almost like we're tracing or like a coloring book. So very lightly I'm just filling it, like basically we're coloring in the lines. That's like the easiest way I know how to explain it. That's it. I know it looks a mess right now, but we're gonna clean it up with concealer. That's it. You fill in what you traced. That's it. So the next step is concealer. I'm going to use my go-to, my #1 pick for eyebrows, the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. I have been using these for about 5 years now. It's very thick, it dries quick, but it's also creamy. So yeah, And for the brush we're going to be using for the concealer, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. concealer angle brush. I've had this for about 5 years, but I cannot do my eyebrows unless I have this brush, you guys. But yeah, so what I like to do is squeeze some on the back of my hand. I would say a little bit of a generous amount like that. Then I like to take my angle brush and I like to just smooth out certain parts, and I make sure my blood, I flatten out the concealer on my hand with my brush. In with one side of my angle brush, and I'm gonna make sure it's flat, and I'm gonna raise my eyebrow, and I'm gonna go right under my brow. I'm also lifting my brow at the same time. You can always dip back into your hand, so your hand is kind of like your palette as you're smoothing it out. You can go back in with your eyebrow product. There's still some left on it with the eyebrow brush. You can always look at that, go back in and go over wherever I feel like was messed up. Beauty blender, this one's really dirty. Oh well, I go through the middle just to see. So now, see, this is kind of like my sketch. We're gonna start blending them out. I'm gonna be using this old dirty e.l.f. brush that I always used to use my eyebrows. So yeah, no need for me to show it. Just know it's called a e.l.f. concealer brush. It's not important. You can use any brush to blend out your eyebrows. I'm just using this one because it's my go-to brush. So right now I'm gonna drag everything down. You raise your eyebrow up and you drag down. You know why I learned how to do that instead of like wiping to the side? Because if you get your eyebrows threaded, they ask you to raise your eyebrows and pull your eyebrow up. So I'm like, if this is what she has to do to get my natural eyebrow in fleek, it should work the same way with my makeup eyebrow. Ugh, and it works. Look at that. You raise your eyebrow like an expression, and look at that. Up, and I'll pull up like that. So I'm just gonna pull up. Make sure you have like the legit raise your eyebrows like that. So to clean this up, because I know y'all like no makeup, like bitch I could tell, yeah. The Bare Minerals powder, foundation powder in the color Cappuccino. I can't even open it. Gonna swirl it in there like that. The concealer. So you can't even tell that basically I put, you know, yellow concealer on. Like that. Right over her. So get a foundation powder that's darker than you or your actual face color and start cleaning up under and over your brow. Like what I'm doing now. You can also pat it too if you're afraid to not mess up. I pat sometimes too, just to make sure I'm well blended. I like to use concealers that's like 1, 2, 3, or even 4 shades lighter, because I like a highlight. I want stuff to actually be snatched, like my brows. So I do go in with a lighter concealer. For the next step, I'm going to go in with the oldie but goodie that works really amazing. I'm going to go in with the Milk Blur Stick. This is supposed to be like a primer. We are not going in with any foundation today. So right now we're gonna go in with that same concealer. It's not like creamy, it's like soft and it's matte. It's different from this LA that's like very liquidy. This is the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. And I'm gonna take my finger, my index finger, I'm gonna dip in and I'm gonna 1, 2, 3. Next side. 1, 2, 3. Down my nose. And my chin. Just 1 stripe on the forehead. So the next step, what I'm gonna do is grab my handy dandy beauty blender. It's wet, it's damped. Y'all know what damped is by now. Y'all have seen every other makeup tutorial. So what I'm gonna do is blend out the concealer. I'm gonna take it, squeeze her, look up, and I'm gonna start pressing this concealer up under my eye. And the goal here is you wet your beauty blender because it's gonna help you actually blend everything out to nothing. Everyday makeup, we're not doing any foundation. You see how the chin disappeared into? Next side. The concealer kind of disappears into my face. So right now I'm gonna set all of the places where I put the concealer under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, my chin, and a little bit on my forehead. So I'm gonna be using the Laura Mercier in Medium Deep. She has the original, the white one. I call it my white girl powder because it's white. And she has the brown one. It's for us melanin skin they came out with. Finally, they're making, you know, powder inclusive, which is so amazing. Ooh. So now I'm gonna open it. Normally I would go in with a sponge or my beauty blender, but we're going for everyday, subtle, no makeup. So I'm just gonna put a little bit, tap a little bit on my chin. Do you see how it's like brown, you guys? And you can barely tell. Normally if I use my regular Laura Mercier, my whole entire under eye would be white right now. I'm looking in my mirror, sorry you guys. So if I put concealer everywhere, I need to set everywhere I put concealer. Put concealer here. Need to put setting powder anywhere I put concealer. I'm setting all the places that I put concealer. So right now, the next step, we're gonna go in with our Fenty Beauty contour stick in the darkest shade Espresso. So right now, I'm gonna suck in and do the fish face. Boom. First line right in my cheekbone, in the hollows of my cheek. Second line. In the hollows of my cheek. Third lines are up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right above there. Now down my nose. I never realized until today that Fenty Beauty's contour sticks actually have a smell. Now my chin, my double chin, too. Make sure it's damp. You want to go and wet it again under your sink, then squeeze it out. And I'm going to grab the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. It's a moisturizer. It's purple. It's just regular moisturizer. So I would say any moisturizer that's your favorite, or any lotion, what I like to do, rub it into my beauty blender. I know y'all like, what are you talking about? The reason why I do that, mix it wetting my beauty blender, is that I get such a nice dewy finish, like a skin-like finish. So now I'm going to blend in all of these lines. And the moisturizer is going to help me get such an even blend, and you want to push up on your cheekbone. And you're also going to have this sheen on your cheek. The reason why I love Fenty Beauty's contour sticks, because it kind of gives you like this bronze type of effect. I will be doing a review on her bronzers Friday, so stay tuned for that video. So you just want to blend everything out as evenly as you can. And I'm also going to blend out my chin. And as you guys can see, my skin kind of has like a little bit of sheen to it. And blending out the lines I drew on my nose with my beauty blender. Like that. So this step is optional, but for me, I'm extra, but I'm gonna show y'all the step anyway. So because we're going for everyday natural makeup, I haven't used any foundation, just concealer, setting powder, a contour stick, and a beauty blender and moisturizer. So my friend, shout out to her, Stephanie, has her own skincare line called Kitchen Chemistry, and she hooked me up with like a care package, and I've been testing this product out for a while now. And this is like her tea tree oil stick. So what I like to do is smile. And I like to, right on the apples of my cheek where you would put highlighter, I like to put this stick. Do you guys see that? No glitter, no nothing. It literally just looks like I have wet skin. Next side. Smile. And I would put this in the direction of where my contour and my highlighter would be if we had a highlight. And I like to tap her in just so she looks blended. Tap her in just so she looks blended. I also like to go down my nose with her. And this is giving me the same effect as a highlighter. Right on my chin, tap her in. Right above my brows, tap. Tapping it in. Second brow, tap. So all I'm doing is, this is oil. This isn't highlighter, it's oil, you guys. And that is it. Do you guys see the glow? You would have thought I was wearing highlighter. This is just oil. So the last and final step to lock everything in, we're gonna go in with the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 RX Primer. I know it probably looks super light, and I'm gonna spray my face. So that was the end of my video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you learned anything, comment down below. Comment what you guys want to see me do in future videos. Go check out my previous videos, and I'm gonna see y'all in my next video. And I love every single member of Andre Army. We're on the road to 1K, and see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.